When I first started coaching, this is about 2 years ago, when I first started doing it professionally, because I was mentoring people before that, I was very fearful and very hesitant about starting this as a business, as an endeavor, because I thought that people were going to ask me, what certifications do you have? What kind of training do you have? What kind of experience do you have in helping people, in coaching people, in helping them cultivate their performance or grow themselves or access new opportunities and potentialities within themselves? And surprisingly, 80% of the time, that doesn't happen. It hasn't happened. But I do get the question from people who are trying to be life coaches or looking to become a coach, and they ask me, there's so many kinds of training out there. What should I take? What should I do? Where should I go? And it's really hard to answer that, because I think there's definitely a lot of value in taking some training and learning how to coach. But I will tell you right now, the biggest, most important thing that I would look at if you do want to be a coach, if you do want to help people, if you want to make an impact in people's lives in this manner, it's going to be how you live your life. It's going to be you demonstrating and being an expression of the growth that you've gone through. So I can't say I have actual certifications or training in my coaching, but what I do have is a very intense level, and growing in intensity, an intense level of awareness in myself. So in terms of the training, the workshops, the one-on-one coaching that I've received, the personal growth work, the journaling, the conversations, the sitting outside in nature, thinking and pondering and hiking, and accessing information from my past, seeing how it's relative, how it's created my present, and growing in that way, that has been the most valuable thing for me. And I think that does shape the way I show up for people, the way people end up seeing me. And I think that's going to be important for you if you want to be a coach, is if you want to help people grow, if you want to help people perform, if you want to help people in their businesses, you need to help people in whatever which way direction you want to take. You need to be an example of that. You need to exude experience, knowledge, wisdom, expertise in the area that you wish to speak of. So go take the course, take the training, take the certification, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you've done your work. Because maybe you know how to coach people, maybe you know how to help people, and you know how to bring them through a process, but is that process thoroughly integrated and ingrained in your soul? Have you gone through it yourself? Have you put it into action? Is it in your life? Can other people see that it is in your life? Can people feel it from you? Can they look into your eyes and see that that is your authentic truth? So I think the answer to your question, what training, what certification should I take or should I consider? I think a lot of it you've done and you're in the process of doing, and that's your own life. And looking at and understanding what has happened in your own life to get you to where you are, learning from it, growing from it, moving beyond it, moving past it, and accessing your own power, your own possibility in your own life. And when you do that, when you do start taking that direction, people will see it, people will notice it, and people will be drawn to that. And then the other thing I would say is, one of the best ways for us to learn, the best training ground, is for us to actually teach ourselves. So when you grow and you learn from your own self, from your own wisdom, your own self-knowledge, consider finding someone that you can mentor, that you can help, that you can speak to on a regular basis, that you can share your process, share your story, share your experience, and hopefully they will glean on some of the wisdom and insight and the epiphanies that you've had. And by you sharing it, and by you telling your story, and by you kind of paying it forward, it will actually allow you to tap into a whole other realm of ideas, of inspiration, of expertise. And as you do that, I promise you, the more people that you speak with, the more that you share it and teach it with others, the more you start to accept it and learn it and reflect on it on yourself, and see if you are still continuing to be consistent and live the truth that you dare to share.